wonders of the world that nature has to offer in one lifetime. What a dream. To travel freely into the home of the wild ones, to live with them, to become so accepted by them that they hardly notice that you're there. That is not only my dream, that's my goal. I'm wildlife photographer Bill Porter, and I'll take you there.
I walked on the mountain and down by the sea. There I saw many that were good to me. We shared the world with wild ones, that's the way it's meant to be. We're also meant to save them, that's the power in you and me. I wandered down the valley, crossed to the other shore. There's wildlife all around us, birds and bees and so much more. We're always going to take some, that's the way it's meant to be. We're also meant to save them, that's the power in you and me. Well, I woke up to the sunrise, stood there at sunset too. Still I saw the wild ones, wish you had been there too. For with one touch of nature, the whole world had become kin. This message all around us, that's the way it's always been.
Bill Porter's Wildlife Unlimited show is brought to you by North Dakota Tourism. North Dakota's legendary U.S. Forest Service Dakota Prairie Grasslands. The Mattahay Trail Association invites all riders, from novice to experienced. The Mattahay Trail has 98 miles of trail through the North Dakota Badlands and 40 miles of associated trails. Dickinson, North Dakota. Visitor and Convention Bureau, the Western Edge. Theodore Roosevelt Medora Foundation. McKenzie County Tourism, North Dakota. And the Bar X Ranch, just out of Medora. Hey, Don, is that the campground that you was talking about here at Sully Creek?
Yeah, Bill, that's the North Dakota State Park. It's a primitive park. Does have fire rings, vault toilets, nice corral panels for your horses, good camping pads for you to park your camper on. Just a real nice park for horse campers.
You know, the thing I like about it, it seems to have a fence all the way around it.
Yeah, even though there are corral panels within the park for your horses, it's completely fenced. So if a horse should get loose, it's going to be contained within the park.
Do they all have those, or is it just this one?
All the U.S. Forest Service parks are also completely fenced in.
Well, I always just love that when I first get into a place, even if we're going to take off for the big ride tomorrow and so forth, I like to get these horses out of the trailer and go for a little ride. Where are we going here anyway?
I've got a great place to take you, Bill. We're right at the very end of the trail here, but instead of taking the trail, we're going the opposite direction, and I'm going to get on these beautiful bluffs out here in the Badlands and show you something you wouldn't expect to see out in the heart of the Badlands.
Are all these trails like this? This looks like a road instead of a trail. Which way do we really want to go here, straight or turn?
You're going to want to follow this two-track trail here. We're going to be going southwest, so just meander right on down this trail. Let these horses stretch out here a little bit.
Boy, what beautiful, wide open country.
Well, you couldn't have picked better weather to be here, and gorgeous day, and we're in some of the nice, easy rolling riding. What a great way to warm these horses up. It's going to get a little tougher after this. So this just gives you a little taste to get those horses stretched out a little bit.
I'll tell you, when we was coming in, I didn't think it was beautiful weather. It was raining on the way in, but boy, once we got here and it started cleaning up a little bit, and the air started getting better and quit raining, and just a beautiful time to go for a ride. Sun shining nice.
I'll tell you what, I hope this weather holds for us for the next few days, and you're going to see some wonderful scenery. The trees are just starting to turn, as you see, and it's just gorgeous out here right now.
So whose land are we really on now? Is this state park, or is this grassland? What are we on?
You're on U.S. Forest Service Dakota Prairie Grasslands right now, and we'll be on that the vast majority of the time. It's managed by the U.S. Forest Service, but they call it Dakota Prairie Grasslands.
Looks like we're going up, up, up. Going to get kind of high here? Or?
Yeah, Bill, we started out down at the river bottom and we're climbing up on some of our typical bluffs that we have here. Oh, we're getting close to top. Now I want you to come
What
on
was
up
you
here.
going to show us here anyway?
You'll see. Just wait a second. Get up to the top here. It's kind of a surprise.
Boy, that's a surprise, all right. That's a golf course.
Yeah, Bill, what you're looking at is Bully Pulpit Golf Course. Golf course right here in the heart of the Badlands. People come from all over to play this thing.
I wonder if we ride down to the clubhouse if they'll let us play golf by horseback.
Wouldn't that be a great thing to combine those two sports and not only play golf from horseback, but let the horse munch a little
Nice
on the
job,
green?
Kathy.
That's knowing Buddy, that's what he'd be doing. He'd eat up all the green.
That's some rough stuff there, Don.
Yeah, she stumbled twice.
Surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be that narrow, and then got that little washout in there.
This is really working out good. Boy, this trail is really used, though. Look how deep the trail is here.
What are you doing?
This is day one.
Oh, you are so
Day
organized.
one. See, 1 up 2.
Okay, are we having blueberry pancakes or scrambled eggs or oatmeal? Please
No, we
oatmeal.
didn't have-
Oatmeal.
What is this like thing that they go?
No, this is like our food.
This is our rations because I was planning 5 days on the trail without civilization. I do this.
Why do you look at me? You can stay out here 5 days.
Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to put Buddy in the middle
Okay.
of this high line. We're going to drop all the bags and we're going to shorten this lead because he's never been on it before. So we're going to shorten that lead so they can't get their nose below their chest. And horses still can get into trouble. But what's nice is on a high line is that you have this quick release. So in an instant, you can quickly
You can
release it.
pop 'em down.
Also, with a line that flexes and moves, it gives too. When we camp overnight with the high line, we have a halter that has a snap on the side, so that way it can open up or break if they get into trouble. Also, when they sleep, it's a nice, comfortable band. We don't use rope halters overnight on a high line.
Okay, but when you're going to fasten them up here for the first time, you talked about using a rope, right?
Right. So we'll do that, so that way when he pulls, he'll feel it. Good boy. Oh. Good boy. And we'll get out of the way.
Being here.
Geez, I like how fast you can move those
Oh,
steels
I
for
mean, this
whole.
is just as slick as can be. And then you can adjust them. So here, I'll go get,
You're making this look like I could do this.
yeah, and he's seen this bag before now.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
he first saw the bag in the corral, he
Right.
wasn't sure, but he goes, okay, I associate this with food.
Right.
So this bag has long straps.
But now
or
it's
short
going to
straps.
hang.
And
He's
now it's gonna hang,
See,
it's
he
gonna
just
be
took a step
different.
back and he's like, oh, what's going on here? This is different.
Yeah, you want to check it out?
And we can move it closer too. I don't like it real close because then they can get all wrapped up around it.
Or they can hook their foot in it or any dumb
Right,
thing.
exactly.
Here, how's
Cat
that,
is
buddy?
breakfast, so I don't know if he's still hungry. Hey, buddy. Look. Hay cubes. Yum, 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 yum. Right in there. But here's the bell, and so we put that on the line. So when things start to go all the chaos, we do that. And he goes, oh gosh. Then another thing that I do is I'll clip a small little bell to their halter.
But now you're going to use this little bell and you're going to snap it right on him.
Yep.
Okay, so now if he did get loose in the middle of the night or something,
Or you'd hear a little tinkle somewhere.
yeah, he's smart and he's just
Mm-hmm.
a thinker. So the little bell, he thought about it for a moment, but it's not so bad.
And
Yeah,
people
he's just
think,
eating the heck with the bell. Well,
Yep.
you know,
and
both
people,
bells really.
Yeah, I know. And some people think, oh, they're not going to learn that. Oh, come on. Horses, when it comes to food,
Oh, yeah.
they'll find it.
No.
Talking about immediate, how long are we going to let him stand here on this lead?
He's done. He passed.
He's passed. He's fine for
He's
now.
fine.
Man, we really got here fast. I hardly knew that trailer was behind me.
I don't know if you knew this, but I was following you here today, and you were going down some of those straws. You had to have been at least going 85 miles an hour.
Yeah, we were zooming
And
right on
that's
down the
why
highway.
That's why I was hanging back thinking, come on, people, you're going to get a speeding ticket. You know, when you load and unload horses, you always want to have this top part down.
Okay.
So that way, because that's down and out of the way. But let's say you're traveling, like we were traveling on those dusty roads, that I said stop, I want to close it so the dust wouldn't get in. So we turn the latches. And see how this is angled? That goes down, so we turn it, and then we lift this up, and this is lightweight. And we have to turn this one.
Look at that.
And then that's how you drive, and it keeps the dust out of the trailer, or if it's cold or rainy or something.
Right.
Romeo.
I like the name.
I know.
It's just,
It fits him now.
yeah, isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Holy God.
Yeah, it's just,
Such a good boy.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Yeah. How's he at water crossings?
Well, at home he doesn't like puddles. He
You're
won't go
kidding.
in a
And
puddle.
we're going to cross the Little Missouri?
Well, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, it could be.
But I think
We
if
may
he,
have to come back after you.
yeah, you might have to drag me in. I think if he's thirsty,
You
he'll
going to cross
go
the
in.
river? Huh? You going to cross the river?
The first river crossing near Sully's Creek State Park, you want to make sure that when you go to cross it, you've checked about the water level to see what the water height is. Just to be careful, the river bottom is actually sandy, so it's relatively safe for passing through, but you do want to check beforehand.
Thanks for your hospitality, Doug. Boy, what a great place to stay. Plenty of room with the lofts up there and so much extra room up there. This place is just beautiful from one end to another and so close to the trail. Thanks again, Doug. See you next time. Now you were saying we got to go backwards for a little bit, and then we're going to go the right way.
Right, Bill. Just a quarter mile back across the river will be our mile marker. Right here it is. Mile marker 0, the start of the trail. 98 miles to go. We'll have 5 campgrounds. Beautiful scenery. Gets better the longer we go.
Well, let's head them out. Carl, Patty, take the lead. We're on our way. Sue, how about if we have you take the lead as we cross the water here? I think we need somebody that's done this a time or two before. Show us the way.
Okay, Bill, just follow me.
Hey, Don, that was some crossing. I always like to cross water and so forth, but you was telling me that the water levels raise and lower quite substantially here, and you have to get them checked out ahead of time. How did you say you had to do that again?
Yeah, it's a nice bottom on it. The only thing you must keep in mind that this is an uncontrolled river. It means that it can be treacherous at times. We, on our website at the Maudahey Trail Association, we are linked up with the North Dakota Water Board, and they watch the water flow and level. And that can be checked via our website before you come out here and ride. And I would highly recommend that a person log on and find out exactly the height of this river before you attempt to cross it.
As long as we're so close, why don't you lead us on in, Don, and we'll take one last look around and make sure we got the trailers all loaded before we head off to Medora.
Okay, Bill, that won't take long. As you can see, it's just one step off the trail here. Their property line is right on the trail here, so we'll head on in.
Like you was telling me, we could stand here on the porch and harass people all day long.
I think you did it last night, Bill. I recall you speaking to a few people. Barak's a wonderful place to stay. Good hosts and power for your trailers if you like your air conditioning and stuff. Even a hot tub.
Well, I see people camping here and everything. They had their tents.
And look at this, Bill. Just a little ways down the trail and we're out in the middle of nowhere in our beautiful Badlands, heading towards the historic little cow town of Medora. You'd never know we are just in fabulous accommodations.
And then when you look over the edge here, we're a long ways from accommodations. That's a long ways down there, Don.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. One of the things about our interesting characters out here in western North Dakota was the Marquis de Maurice. And he moved here and decided to have a meat packing plant here in the city of Medora. And of course, bringing his wife, they needed a place to stay, so he built this beautiful chateau overlooking the town of Medora. And guess what Medora is named after? That was his wife.
Come on, buddy, let's go. Wait a minute, wait. You're going the wrong way here, buddy. You want him to take the lead? Come on, then, follow him down there. Good boy, huh? Good boy. Easy, watch your step now. Now, you was telling me that we're going to ride into Medora, right?
That's right, Bill. We'll head right in. And beautiful scenery all the way.
But what was you telling me? We're going in there to look at a theater?
Yeah, Bill, there's an outdoor amphitheater set in the heart of the Badlands, just a beautiful, scenic place, and they put on a musical every year. It's just something you have to see if you're out here. Take an evening from horseback riding and check out that music.
I'll lead for a while. And you can kind of guide me from the back there. You want me to turn to the left up here? At this next exit, turn to the left, right? Come on. Come on. It's just a rabbit, silly. They're all going to go first, and you're going to feel really foolish. Now, come on. Geez, I'm getting so hungry, I think I could eat that rabbit if I could catch him.
Yeah, I wish it was in the middle of the season. In our summer season, before the musical, they hold a pitchfork fondue.
Pitchfork fondue? I've heard of fondues, but that sounds like an awful big one.
It is. They actually put ribeye steaks on a pitchfork and deep fry them in hot oil, and I'll tell you, they are something to eat. Right before the musical, it's a treat, again, a person should enjoy.
Didn't you say there's a museum of sorts or something like that in town?
Yes, there's a museum. There's lots of attractions and good places to eat, but a must-see is the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame right in the heart of Medora.
You're right. That's what I want to see. Let me get it straight with the map. We're going to go up here to Medora, then we'll ride a little bit farther, and of course we're running out of daylight, so then you're going to pick us up with the trailers, take us up to the Wanagi camp where we're going to spend the night.
Well, the trailer's right here. Well, this is a 100-foot rope, and we're going to be putting 4 or 5 head on here. And 4 head is about the most you want to do, but I also have enough tie arm on my trailer that we can use. And we're going to space these horses so they're at least 8 to 10 feet away from all vehicles. So the first horse will be tied, let's say 10 feet away. Then the next horse is going to be 20 from him because they need to have a minimum of 10 feet in a circle, just like if they were in a stall.
Yeah, both horses.
So that way they're safe.
Am I doing it right now?
Yeah, I'm sure that's how she said to do it, Bill.
At the end of our 4-day trip, 5-day now, you'll be an expert.
Did you hear that, Bill? We're going to be experts.
Yeah, but how many times did I turn it around? But it's not laying on here right. Oh, it's supposed to lay on the rope like this?
Yeah, and you're supposed to go twice around.
I better not say go around once.
No,
it doesn't.
Yeah, now you got to go back through one more time. And then, yep.
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go.
Oh, it does work that way.
See? I told you.
Yeah, we're ready for the next lesson. We're almost done with this one.
I think you're gonna have problems when you hit it over here. It's not gonna
go.
There you go. Now try it.
You see, the trouble is,
You're right.
No.
No. Come around to us. Come
I'm
to
going
us.
to go the other way.
No, you're right.
You're going to hold it like this where it says caution towards you.
Yeah, be cautious.
And then you go.
And then I go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's working better already.
Okay, now clip it.
Somehow.
And always keep your hands on it because that's so tight. That'll come back and thump you pretty good. There you go.
That part I figured out for myself. I don't want that one hitting me. That was like a heck of a spring. You know?
Yeah.
All right, so we
There
got
we
that.
go. Now we have our high line. Put our bags in every, well, you can even, we'll get our feed bags so that way right when we put them on the line, they'll be happy. So we'll adjust their leads to about this much.
What, a foot off the ground? Is that what you're doing?
Yep,
About a
that
foot
much.
off the ground. Okay.
Yep.
And we're going to have 4 horses.
Or 5. We'll see how many will fit.
And we got feed bags, horse. Feed bags.
The 2 that are close together, that's for the feed bag. Then a few feet over is for the horse, and then the lead goes a foot off the ground.
Now, wait a minute. I think we got too many here.
Yep, you have a horse here and then a feed bag. So you got 2
Yeah,
horses.
but we got 1, 2.
But we'll wait till we put it.
No, we can't have a horse there.
It won't matter, Bill. They slide up and down so easy.
Now, how can one guy get so many things confused in such a short time? She's got a foot off of the ground. That's easy. And then she's tying a knot in there.
Well, that's so it doesn't untie or pull all the way through.
Yeah, it can't get longer all by itself.
You don't want a horse loose in
You
the
got
middle
your
of the
one
night.
side, I got one side.
Okay, but you're talking there's 3 straps
Yep,
here.
this one just holds the bag closed.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And the 2 on the outside are for hangers.
Okay.
So you
bring
just
that.
hang it like so.
Oh, okay.
And then,
I think I can handle that.
right?
But what keeps it apart?
The hang.
Oh, this keeps it
Yeah,
apart.
and then you
Yeah.
want to shorten it. What do you want this one? You want to shorten it so
Oh, you're pushing it through. I see. Okay.
you got an angle with it. So it's as short as you can get.
Can't worry about breaking it this way. Isn't it? Yeah.
And then this, you gotta flip that down and secure it.
Okay.
Yep.
And you put the hay in afterwards.
Well, we can put them in.
Well, the hay goes in. There's 2 compartments there now, right, Annie?
Yeah, there's 2. There's a huge compartment on the top here, and if you unsnap this, you can see.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
okay,
fill
now
that
we
really
get the hay
full.
in.
And then there's a feed bag portion on the bottom that you can put grain.
A horse needs to eat 2% of his body weight in dry matter, so that's bulk. And out of that, we have to get the energy requirements for a working horse based on his body size. And that's when I called Bill, asked him the weight of all the horses coming. And before you do any change in their diet, you need to start at least a week before.
Okay.
So that way, this looks like a huge amount of grain, and it is. But it's not because we've been working them up to it. And we're feeding them by weight. So they get 2 packages. They get their rations in the morning and at night. And we like to feed them an hour or 2 before you go out riding so they have time to digest to get it through their system.
Right.
That's why you get up in the middle of the night.
That's why I get up early. Yeah, exactly. If you don't, the horse has got to come first because if you don't have your horse, you don't have anything. It's you have to think everything out because if anything's going to go wrong, it will. It absolutely will. So you
Well,
have
you
to
were
think of
showing me
everything.
pictures where you laid out stuff.
All for the days. Yep.
Yeah,
I
but
laid
that
it
was
for
2
people.
a couple of weeks ago. You
Well,
had
yeah.
the pictures to me.
Because
where
you know
had
when
this all laid
you know that feeling you're driving in your car and you go, oh no, I forgot.
out. No, I don't do that. No.
So I want to be driving when I'm in town at home going, oh, I need to pack that. So I'm not out here
Not
going,
out here saying,
that I
oh,
need to do
geez,
that.
you know,
No.
air lifted into me, you know.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed even you have all of our food. The people food is all measured out.
Yes.
You figure out.
You're on rations too.
We're on rations too, and
Yeah.
you already know that we need 1,200 calories per day. Now, how do we get that, and what kind of variety? And you pull out all of our rations for all 5 of us. Comes out of this one big bag, okay? And you've got them
That's
each
today.
marked.
It's all marked for today.
Yes,
And
that's-
Annie told
and
me, she
that's
says,
what's
you
in
got
the
to
back
eat
of the
more for
pickup.
breakfast because you ain't got enough calories here left.
Yeah, see, and that's how I have
I
it all
don't
in the
usually
back
have that
of my...
trouble.
See? So I have all our day, and then I have day 2 up to day
First,
3.
wait.
And
You
this
gotta,
is
wait a minute. You got to tell me, this truck did not come with this.
Oh, that's a bed slide. Oh, that's a sweet.
Oh, is that?
Isn't that sweet?
Push that in again and pull that out again. Let's see that. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that something? Holy crap.
Oh my, yeah.
Kathy, you rock.
You know what? I want it easy so I can enjoy it.
Exactly.
That's why have this hobby? This is an expensive hobby.
Yep.
The horse is the cheap part.
Yep.
So let's make it as nice and easy so that way we can enjoy it.
I've always said the cheapest part about a horse is buying it.
Let's invent the lazy Susan.
A lazy Susan. Oh, now, there
I
you
wouldn't
go.
have I wouldn't have to go over there and reach for the food.
Okay, so now you got day 2 right there.
It's day 2, and I'm trying to find the bag with the red X for Texas. See? This is Texas's, remember?
Yep.
This is Texas because he gets a little more because he's a bigger horse.
There you go. Now you can reach it real nice.
And you got those horses over here fast. Show me how you got those horses out of that bender up trailer so fast.
Now you're going to drop that.
You just drop it.
No wonder you got them out so fast. There ain't nothing to it with
And
this
these
trailer.
windows be pushed and moved in all different directions.
Oh, look at that. You can get it to grab air
However, or completely shut.
or completely shut.
And how big did these trailers really come then, Kathy?
Well, this is the biggest trailer. This is the Baron, and I have it because I like to horse camp. So I got the biggest one to store the most stuff. So I can go out and spend a nice long weekend out camping.
And you
horse
do take
camping.
stuff. I found that out.
I do take
You
stuff.
plot everything out and you got everything you need.
Looks like you got the job of watering again, Annie.
Boy, that picket line of Kathy sure is the way to go, huh, Bill?
Yeah, keeps them all so nice and safe.
And that cowbell, it acts like an alarm, so you know if something went wrong in the middle of the night or somebody's tangled up or in trouble.
That little tinkle bell that she had on Buddy's neck there and stuff, just in case he got loose, then we could still tell where he's at.
Yeah,
Makes him so easy to find.
yeah, in the dark.
Arriba, arriba! Did you knock your pail over again? Geez, every time
Bill?
it just comes out this way. We're gonna have to find.
Ain't it?
And it's hard to pump the water to fill that.
I know.
Okay,
Leslie,
I'm going to show you. First of all, I love the tubs. Those are great. But let's get in here. I really like these tubs because a horse can stomp on them and crunch them. They don't freeze or they don't crack. What's nice about this type of tub, especially in a corral like this, is that they can't get their foot stuck in it, but they can tip it over, like Reba did.
Yeah, like
So
Reba
what-
and like Buddy, he's forever. He's tipping the water
Exactly.
over. Whoops, you stay here for
So what we can do is we can attach the bucket to the fence here
Eva, you stay here.
with a snap or bales twine or whatever you want to do, and we can hook it like this so that way she won't be able to tip it over. You know, we'll make this tight here so she can't tip it over.
Yeah, good. Okay.
So this is a really good watering tub for horses. And then we have another tub. Look, we got another small one. There you go, baby.
Oh, they make us flout.
So you can collect water for yourself, for your cooking.
So what are these all called?
Tub trucks. It's like a gorilla. A gorilla can't tear it apart. It's great, and you can use them for feed.
Oh, and they don't weigh nothing.
Isn't Yeah, slick deal. And they come in all sizes. They come in flat feed pans. I like them for traveling. For traveling, it's great.
I bet you feed them out of here too, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh, they crank. It just fit right in. I just, you know.
I know it. And so now she's set to go, and she won't tip that over, and she can't get herself into trouble. And they nest nice, and they don't weigh anything.
Yeah, if she bangs it around and steps on it, like you say, she ain't gonna cut herself or hurt herself. Yeah, during the night. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, great. Check it out. Here.
Patty, come here for a second.
Yeah.
You're done watering the horses. Trees are such a precious commodity here and so hard to get started in our Badlands. Why don't you take the extra water and help us out and water the trees that are here?
That's a good idea.
We're trying so hard to get them established.
There you go, little guy.
Now that butte, that's the one that you say you're gonna take me right straight up that from this side?
That's right, Bill. We're going to go right up the side of that thing. It's about a 600-foot climb, and it's definitely going to be a challenge first thing this morning.
But who's gonna lead the way up here? That's the question, I guess.
Yeah, you'd always like to have a really good horse leading in a situation like this, and we're going to put my wife Susan out in front on her 26-year-old horse. Done this 100 times and will take us up at a nice, easy pace. And all we have to do is keep the other horses spaced.
Well, that sounds good. We need a leader in this one. I can tell that already.
Yeah, it's a tough climb for the horses, so you want to do it at a steady pace. Again, keeping the horses spaced so that they're not crowding each other. And other than that, enjoy the view and push the horses on, ride with a little confidence, and it's awe-inspiring.
I think the looks down here and enjoying the view here is one thing, but I think if we get up a little bit higher, I may be more interested in where the horse is walking than looking out over that edge.
It definitely will make even a confident rider take a breath or two on these switchbacks. And it's something that the designers of the trail threw in. It's nice and wide, the trail, but anytime you're out on a cliffside like that, especially if you're nervous with heights, it's best to just ride with some confidence.
Man, look how far down it is to camp.
Yeah, they'll laugh.
It's a long ways down there. See, the thing that I really like about it, like you say, that the trail is narrow. Yes, it is, but it's plenty wide for the horses. Well, we made it to the top, Don. Where are you going to take us next? Can't be as exciting as this.
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite parts of this ride is this ridge line we're going to ride here for a little bit, and then I'm going to take you to a petrified forest.
Real rocks. Trees made into real rocks.
That's right, Bill. One of the features of our Badlands is some of the dinosaur digs, petrified forests and stuff that people aren't even aware is out here.
How far up the way is that?
We'll ride about a mile to get to them.
Oh, that's not bad. There's a lot of cattle in this area.
Right, and it's a total different riding experience again if you get a chance to actually herd them out here. All of a sudden you start pushing these cattle, and where you don't see any, they come out, it's just amazing. They come out of these draws and there's just hundreds and hundreds of cattle out there.
What do you mean pushing them? Do some of these ranchers actually let you ride along with them sometimes?
You bet. They're always looking for help, and not that I'm much of a cowboy, but I can at least ride drag a little bit or swing, and and bring these cattle out of these draws, and it's a great time to bring these cattle in the fall.
You know, a lot of times when you're riding in these areas and people are talking about prairie dogs all the time, and I worry about, you know, the horse stepping in a hole or something, but it seems like here the prairie dogs are kind of in certain areas, and the trail don't even come close to them. We had to ride quite a ways out to get by this prairie dog.
And even when they are near the trail, it seems like the horses have enough common sense, and if you ride careful, you can ride right through a prairie dog town if you need to, and you'll be safe. There's a lot of them out here. Hey, Bill, let's pull over here for a second. Give these horses a break, and I'd like to show you our petrified forest.
Petrified forest? We're not even in a woods here.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bill, you have to remember that eons ago, this whole area was a swamp with huge trees and dinosaurs walking around.
It's a stump.
Yeah, what happened was when the glaciers came through, it buried this all in layer upon layer of mud, and as the erosion occurred, the stumps that were buried with mud eventually turned to stone and get uncovered, and here they're sitting here for us to take a gander at.
But they're just like rocks, right?
Exactly. They're petrified, and throughout this whole area for about the next half mile we'll ride, you're going to see some excellent examples of petrified stumps. You'll see the root systems. You're going to see cypress stumps. It's really a neat area.
I seen some as we was coming up here. I think they was the same thing because it just looked like rocks to me, but now that I see what you're showing me, it looked like some back there.
Right, and they're really outstanding. There's some great examples here. You'll see it as we go along. Better yet, Bill, right over here is another stump. I think it's even a better example. You're going to be able to see the roots.
Come on, buddy. Let's just ride around to the other side. Attaboy. Yeah, it looks good. Look at it. Boy, now you can really see the roots sticking out here.
It really begins to look like a tree.
Now you know for sure it's a stump. Yeah, before I took your word for it, but this really makes it a stump. Well, better get back on the trail. We're burning daylight. You trying to get that horse to stand on that rock, Annie? Looks like he's kind of skeptical. Madahay Trail. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but what does Madahay mean anyway?
Well, Bill, they decided to take a word from the Native American language, Hidatsa and other languages, and it means been around for a long time or will be around for a long time. And you're pronouncing it exactly correctly. It's Madahay.
Look at that turtle on the post there. I noticed that a lot of them have them on there.
Right, Bill. Each trail out here is marked by a symbol. The Madahay symbol is a turtle, and that's supposed to, a turtle with Native Americans, again, meant very protected, long-lasting, and so they chose the turtle. And every trail out here, remember I've told you there's another 40 or so miles of associated trail with the Madahay. Each one has a symbol branded on the post. And by looking at those symbols, again, you know which trail you're on. Aspen has an aspen leaf. Ice Caves has an ice crystal branded in. Buffalo Gap has a buffalo branded into the pole. Long X has a Long X branded into the pole. So every trail is marked. Again, very proud of the fact. If you'll notice, each post also has a slant at the top.
Yeah, nice design.
It's not just a design, Bill. There's actually a function to that. If you follow the slant will always direct you on which side the trail is. So again, if there's another path that crosses, the slant will guide you as to which direction.
Yeah, Dickinson, they have that museum that has to do with the dinosaur finds and so forth that you've been finding out this way.
By the way, Bill, after teasing you with all these petrified stumps out here, if you want to see a really prime example, you have to head up to Watford City, just north of the trail, and they have an example there of at the visitor center. They pulled one of these gigantic petrified stumps out, and it's just a beautiful example. It's right in the middle of their visitor center.
You know, up until now, we haven't seen much wildlife. but it looks like a lot of room for it.
Right, Bill. One of the things is we've had a little bit of a late start on some of these mornings, and to prime wildlife viewing is going to be right away in the morning or near dark.
Like in an area like this, what can we expect to see?
We'll certainly have a huge mule deer population. You'll have some elk. You'll see bighorn sheep. You'll see.
How about the little characters? Do you see any fox or anything like that?
Fox, coyote, badger, squirrels, all those kind of animals are out here.
How about cats?
Yep, bobcats, and we even have a mountain lion population. Rare to see them, but they are out here. We don't have to ride head to tail on this trail. There are areas on these switchbacks where we certainly need to. But otherwise, let's spread out and enjoy ourselves. You don't need to be riding head to tail. And also, remember, you can go off trail here. Be safe, don't get lost. But you want to spread out and lope these horses or go over the next ridge or up this blind canyon to see what's there, you're welcome to do it. Just use a little common sense.
Yeah, we always like to get off of the trail and explore some new areas and that type of thing. And the other thing is it keeps the horse from getting too used to following all the time, or, okay, I'm only going to go on this trail. I'm not going to, I want the horse to go where I want it to go. Don, we've been on the trail now 3 days, and I can't wait. It just keeps I keep saying better stuff all the time.
Bill, we're riding it south to north, and I agree. I think it gets better as we go north, but one of the things I'm most proud of the trail, the way they laid it out, is that you're never bored. You go from different ecosystems to ecosystems, from high plains to the draws.
And look at this, Don. Different things to look at, like those rocks right there with the brown on the top.
Yeah, you'll always see something different, and you just never get bored on this trail. There's always something new, different, new to see. You also can ride all the gaits. You can walk, you can trot, and as you've done and we'll see, there's lots of places to lope also.
Yeah, a lot of different terrain here and so forth. Tell me this, though. Do you ever get tired of looking at this kind of thing?
No, we've ridden a lot of trails throughout the United States, and a lot of times, especially in tree areas, when you're in the trees, you're in the trees, you're in the trees. Here you get a variety of terrain, from trees to badlands to rough draws.
Boy, tree-covered switchbacks. This is different than we've been seeing.
I'll bet, Bill, you didn't think we'd find any trees out here in North Dakota Badlands.
I didn't see them from the top. You kind of look out over the Badlands and you see nothing but like a moonscape. But you got a lot of trees in these draws.
Right, Bill. As we ride along here through these cedar and ash-covered draws, it's really something different, and you just wait a few minutes along this trail and you'll find something different.
Well, that's what's keeping it so interesting. Every time you turn around, we're into something different. We're on the highland, we're on the lowland, everything in between, trees, no trees.
Yeah, it's just something different all the time. When you look across this beautiful terrain, it's hard to imagine that you're going to be able to ride right through that. Yet it's amazing. You just pick a path and away you go, right through the middle of this rugged country.
And that's where we're going, straight north, right up through here.
That's right through the heart of this.
I got to take a look at the map here. Just exactly. Let's see, we started out at the Wanagi camp this morning, rode up across the Wanagi switchbacks, some nice level terrain along the top of that ridge. And then, of course, we wound up at the petrified stumps. Then from there, we traveled on north a little bit, but ran out of time. He had that planned just right, Don. Had the trailers waiting for us. Already had all of our camping gear along, and all we needed to do was load the horses, saddles and all, and you brought us right up here to the Elkhorn camp so that we could spend the night here.
He's tying that horse up to that ring, and you said you had a better idea.
Yes. Here, use the clip, because then you don't. You can get it undone faster.
Okay.
The horse, because this horse is sort of a naughty horse and she likes to pull. You slip this through here. You go around the top, and you put it through here. And there's a set screw here that you can turn it tighter, so when she pulls, it'll drag slow. Because a horse will have a flight response of about maybe about 8 feet.
Right.
So she'll pull that, and then you can do a little bit more.
Well, and you adjust the tension depending on how big your horse is.
Or what they're like.
Or what they're like.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll adjust it so that way if she gets upset, she can still pull. And then there may be a situation where, let's say she keeps
Now that's
going.
easier than tying it up, Carl. Holy crap. But yeah, okay, you got it nice and short, but how are you going to water that horse? And you just let out the rope as far as you want. Oh, be darned.
Ta-da, ta-da. And of course,
Up a little bit longer. Well,
She
for
is.
crying out
And
loud.
we haven't done
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
We haven't
Oh,
untied
be darned.
anything. We haven't retied anything. Just quick and easy.
I had a different kind of knot. I didn't have the clip at the time, and he pulled it right straight through, and I think he pulled this right straight through.
and that's why, Bill, I put that on the end, a knot, so he can't.
That's the ultimate safety.
Yes.
I didn't know she had this long, so I didn't shave yesterday. And now it's a little bit extra, so it pulls a little bit more.
Oh, sure.
See? All the amenities. You know, it's really surprising. Get a group of people together, and if you're picking the right people, different people have different things that they do.
And ways of doing it.
And different ways of doing things. That's like you and I, how we compliment each other on the filming and stuff.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how we get such good film. And when it comes to camping and stuff, well, you've done a lot more than I have, but I haven't done a whole lot of camping. And so for myself. So then when I met Kathy, and she does a lot of camping, and she's got everything so organized for camping, it actually makes me feel so foolish in a way sometimes, because some of the stuff is so simple. But you learn a lot that way,
Oh, yeah. You learn from each other.
and it really goes over nice.
I ain't sure what, but I'm sure she's learned something from us. Some little thing somewhere.
Come on, we're burning daylight.
Oh, it's going to be a great day, ain't it?
Oh my gosh.
Sky's
I
clear.
can't wait.
Now you said we're heading all the way down to the river. I can see it over there, but it looks like a long ways away.
Yeah, we'll be heading down some switchbacks to the river, right where Teddy Roosevelt's cabin was. You are going to ride to his ranch headquarters. You're riding in the footsteps right where Teddy Roosevelt rode.
Talking about his footsteps, I remember reading about him where he said he lived about, 40 miles or something from Medora, if I ain't got it mistaken, and he liked to take off at night because it was cooler and it was easier to ride for him. And he'd ride all night long and get to Medora at 40 miles. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it. We ride this rough country and we get a little timid and worried about it. He hunted, rode out here, and like you say, rode at night. One of the things he said was that he would not have been president of the United States if it had not been for his time here in North Dakota Badlands. It really toughened him up, and he wound up hunting and farming and ranching here under some tough conditions in tough country, and it really improved his character.
I got to get the map out again. We left the Elkhorn camp this morning and headed for the Elkhorn Ranch, Teddy Roosevelt's ranch site. After spending a little time there, we went north. Now we're about to cross the river and go on up to the Magpie camp. But there's no bridge, so Don and Sue are going to move our trucks and trailers around to the Magpie camp by road.
Now you're telling me we're about to cross the Little Missouri again. We was in it down south, and now we're up north, and now we're going to cross it again. And
Oh, Mr. Gatekeeper, can you open the gate?
Boy, I like those kind of gates, Don.
Yeah, they've been really nice, and it really satisfies the local livestock grazers because they're self-closing, never an open gate.
Here we are, Bill, on these switchbacks overlooking the Little Missouri River.
and as you look down there, it really winds around, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it looks so narrow. But you're going to be shocked when we get down there, Bill, how big and bold and beautiful. It's going to be something totally different than we've experienced for the last almost 40 miles.
Now you're telling me we're up here a long ways. We got some switchbacks to get down here, don't we?
Yes, it's about a 600-foot drop.
Hey, Carl.
We're gonna get this. We're walking across this snaky little spot.
Yeah, it's a little narrow there, you know. No use getting them jumpy, you know. Here comes the paint along. She's all right. Yeah, I see you're gonna walk yours. Yeah, that's good.
Down in this river bottom, and we're up so high and looking at it at such an angle, it just looks like a tiny little spot down there. But wait, Bill, you're going to be amazed.
Look how far away that river seems.
Gorgeous, huh, Bill?
Real pretty out there, Carl. Look at that vista.
Okay, here we are, Bill, down on the river bottom. What do you think?
Fantastic. It looks like a place to play to me.
Yeah.
It's wide. I like those sandbars and stuff. You know, I shouldn't call them sandbars because they look like gravel.
It is actually a mixture of sand and gravel, and if you start out careful and walk along it and make sure it's solid, and you can do some playing down here, Bill. In fact, we'll do it here in a little bit.
It's easy to see why Teddy Roosevelt and the rest of those early ranchers made their ranches along the river, isn't it?
Yeah, they needed the water, and it's shady, and it's you're out of the wind, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful area. And in fact, back at Elkhorn, back at Teddy Roosevelt's actual ranch headquarters, it was amazing as we walked along there. You looked at how fast the river bottom was. He picked up just a beautiful area, and it's literally miles wide and miles long of just pretty flat, tree-covered ranch land.
Yeah, he just picked a beautiful ranch. Yeah.
So you can spend time down here, and again, depending on weather conditions, enjoy this river bottom and enjoy the river and take some time. You don't have to, in my opinion, I think we're alike. I don't care that I don't have a goal to reach for so many miles down the trail. I want to enjoy where I'm at.
I don't win the race. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say that. When we got up on the flats, I liked the race a little bit. Although I didn't win either.
Well, let's head over to the river.
Let's
and
do it.
play in the river.
The others are almost back. Come on over here, you guys. How was you telling me that we could tell how high these water levels and stuff are before we even get out here?
If you go to our website, you'll see that we have a link to the
Too
North
muddy?
Dakota Water
Whoops,
Board.
whoops.
Good job, Kathy.
We have a link there that'll tell you what the water flow and depth is at various points along this river. And as you do that, you'll know if it's safe or not, and we direct you on the website exactly how to accomplish that.
Let's ride up the bar for a ways from here and see how firm it is. Then we'll lope back. Got a lot of gravel in here. Seems like it's going to be okay. Enough is enough. Stay out here. Atta boy. How was that, Carl?
That was terrific. Good job, Bill.
Oh, it's just beautiful out here.
Good job, man.
Yeah, what a nice little run.
That was terrific.
You're right, Don. You can have a lot of fun down here.
But what I like about this river bottom is it's much more massive than what you think it is. And if it's a hot, uncomfortable day, just stay down in here and play. You don't have to be riding in the canyons all the time. Again, enjoy this. Get down here. You want to make it challenging? Take your horse, cross some of this deadfall, hop over these trees, go through this high brush. If you want it easy, stay in the lower grass, enjoy the shade of these huge cottonwoods, and you can spend half a day down here if you want.
It's been a lot longer than a half a day for us today. And I think it's about time we got up out of here, Don. But it sure has been fun and exciting. You know, we're really out in the middle of nowheres here. What if I needed something, you know, that you would normally only find in a bigger city? What's the closest city?
The closest city is Dickinson, and that's about 35 miles.
Oh, you really got quite a trail here, Don.
Sure, you know, I get a lot of credit being president at this point of time of the MDHT Trail Association, but really this trail's due to all the good people who worked so hard on it before me. You know, somebody had an idea back in actually the early 1960s and 70s that we needed to enjoy these public lands a little bit more. There are lands, but the average Joe doesn't get deep into the Badlands to really truly enjoy the experience. So they decided to create a trail that's very, very difficult. And this trail encompasses mostly U.S. Forest Service land, Dakota Prairie grasslands, but it also encompasses a little bit of private land and state land. And to lay out a trail, get all the approvals you need, and especially a 100-mile trail, you're talking about literally decades worth of work. And these people just plowed forward, huge amount of effort, especially I'd like to name some people, but I'd be totally embarrassed if I forgot some. But all these people unseen, behind the scenes, that worked so hard, had a dream, and created this trail through, which I think you'll agree, some of the most scenic area, and laid it out just beautifully.
Absolutely the most scenic that I've ever seen, you know, and it just, every turn, it's just more beautiful all the time.
Yeah, as long as you're going to be moving us around to the east side of the Little Missouri tonight, and we'll be on the interstate already, let's stop in Dickinson and let everyone get the extra supplies they'll need. That stop in Dickinson was just right. Found everything we needed, and boy, the people were sure friendly.
But from an airport to a Walmart to tack to trailer repair to vehicle repair if you need it.
Well, that was the place to go. And that rodeo.
We're trying to decide, because with your picky eating habits, if you would eat the watermelon or the cantaloupe, or both, or neither. I voted watermelon. Sue voted both. Watermelon.
I said cantaloupe.
And I said he's Irish, he wants a potato.
I said watermelon.
You said watermelon.
Kathy?
She said
And what are you guys putting on it?
put it on. Oh, you want salt in watermelon.
We don't have any.
We don't have no salt?
We're going all natural.
Okay.
Susan said salt too, but
Anyway, I eat both. Yeah, I like both. If there's anything left, that's the whole thing. You see what Don done here? He was too kind to let the two women step out so that they would get off of my camera, see? But he was not so kind to let Bill Porter walk a half a mile back to the Peck and Sign.
right. But the cantaloupe was vaporizing fast here, and I snagged 2 pieces and set them aside for you, pal.
Annie, what are you doing?
I'm just sitting here waiting for everybody to get saddled, chilling out, getting out of the sun.
Well, get out of the way. I got to get my helmet.
Okay.
That's a nice helmet, by the way.
Thank you. I did buy it from you.
I know. See all these helmets in here? These are all my family's helmets, and I always practice safety whenever and wherever I can, because if something's going to go wrong on the trail, it will. And so why take chances? And so I always ride with a helmet. And I chose Troxel helmets because a Troxel helmet actually saved my life. I came off a horse and my head snapped back on the ground and split my helmet open. And if it wasn't for the helmet, I wouldn't be here. I'm sure of that.
Would have split something else, yeah.
Yeah, and what started me wearing helmets, because I've come off a lot when I was a kid, and we've all, come off of horses. It's just a matter of time before you join the ground club or are a member. But I have young children, and if I'm going to emphasize safety, I need to make sure that I teach and lead by example. So,
It's funny how I thought about that as we was riding up the riverbank yesterday, and you was just a little bit out. It looked like gravel, and all of a sudden your horse started sinking, and it done a little stumble there and so forth. And I thought, but yeah, look at the safety equipment. It just popped into my mind as I seen that.
Absolutely. And another product that Tailview Farms carries are these toe stoppers, and you can slip them into any stirrup, and that way your foot doesn't get hung up and drug. And I've had customers where they've actually lost a sibling, lost a mother, and I've been drug a couple of steps myself, and these fit into English or Western stirrups, and every single one of my saddles I have has a pair of toe stoppers in it. But there's other companies that make other type of safety stirrups
Well, you
too.
see what I ride.
Tapaderos
I have to have tapaderos.
fantastic.
And everybody says, oh yeah, you put that on there for show. And yeah, I think it looks kind of nice, and I got sparkle on.
Yeah.
But it's really, I don't want to get
safety.
drugged, I want my
that's right.
foot coming out of
That's
there
right.
fast,
So, Exactly. So you have the leather tapaderos. Sometimes stirrups will have like a cage on them, or you can have something like this. But
You could land on the ground quick, and you're going to get hurt. Yeah, maybe, but if you get drugged, darn good and well you're going to
Well,
get
that's
hurt.
when she went down yesterday. I'm going, hey, I'm good. I can come off clean. Golly, I'm kind of frugal, so if it works, I really don't change it, and I know it's a good helmet.
Well, we've been riding for quite a while. I think I'm going to take a look at the map and see exactly where we're at. We started out this morning down at Magpie Camp, and then we traveled east for a while, and then we went almost due north. We circled around. We're almost to Devil's Pass, and we're going to wind up out by Bennett Camp tonight. Hey, Don, wait up. Let me catch up with you.
And when you talk when it's hot and doing something that's more comfortable and this and that, a lot of times you're up and you're down and you're whatever. And I noticed that you get into some of those draws and the sun is beating down and it got pretty warm down there. But you get up on top of a little knoll, you got a heck of a breeze up there. I think the wind blows here all the time, doesn't it?
Well, we have a breeze most of the time, and from breeze to strong, it seems it's one of the reasons why our bug situation isn't bad here.
That's the other thing that I couldn't imagine. We go out for a ride, we got to debug the horses all the time. We got to, and here, not once.
Yeah, especially this time of year, but most of the year here. I mean, if all the weather conditions, if we have the perfect storm of weather conditions, we'll have bugs. But overall, again, compared to most areas I've ridden, it's just a non-issue here. You should certainly be prepared to bring bug spray and all the things, but we have enough cold nights, enough wind, we're dry enough that it just plays heck with the bugs, and it's very unusual. In fact, my wife and I will talk about, we haven't had a strong wind for about 4 or 5 days. The bugs are going to get bad.
We're doing this in September, late September. And it's just gorgeous out here. The leaves are changing, the weather is right, everything is perfect. And I like to do that when I go to a lot of the state parks or the national parks and so forth. Get there after the crowd. Do you have trouble with the crowd out here?
No, again, with 100 miles of trail, another 40 miles of associated trail, 5 Forest Service campgrounds along with some public campgrounds, it winds up that it just doesn't seem busy. You're so spread out across the entire 100 miles. We do have counters out there. Last year we logged somewhere around 12,000 users, which for us, we never dreamed we would see 12,000 users out on the trail. As a result of that, you'd think that it's busy, but you get out there and you're so spread out, it's almost to the point when you bump into somebody on the trail, you almost always stop for a visit. Because
we were stopping and talking to anybody.
You almost get lonely and you go, gosh, here's another human being, and how was your day, and how was your ride or hike or whatever, and you stop and spend 5 minutes, where are you from?
We found a biker out there.
Yeah.
And by the way, he directed us the wrong way. You had told us where to go to a certain point, and he says, oh yeah, the map is wrong. He says, follow that way. How many times have you heard that in your life? People that made the map didn't know what they was doing.
Yeah, you need that map, and you need to rely on the map.
I think we can't stress that map thing strong enough.
Yeah, it's real important.
Finding the trail.
Oh no, it was a little bit of a trick. Did you catch that when you got down to the bottom of the gully and then you had to go back up?
Yeah.
We went across, went halfway up the mountain, then we're like, hey, there's no more markers. What happened?
We've rode for quite a while. How much farther to Devil's Pass?
It's right through these next trees, Bill. You're going to come right up on it. It's one of the most photographed and certainly one of the highlights of this trail.
Well, this has got to be it. Boy, this is quite a canyon.
I love to see people's expressions when they pop through these trees and get their first glimpse of Devil's Pass.
Geez, it looks like a bridge across there, a narrow bridge.
It's a natural stone bridge between these 2 huge ravines.
And we're going to ride right across there.
Enjoy it, Bill. It's one of a kind.
But I thought you told me it was wide enough you used to drive a truck across here.
I actually did years ago. It was actually a shortcut, and you took vehicles across here, if you can believe it.
It was nice to meet you. Take care.
You too.
See you later, folks.
Have a good drive.
Yeah, hey, nice talking to you guys. Later.
Yep.
Boy, look at that gorge there. Isn't that something?
Good girl. She had a part. You could not say the name Indy for like months without her just having a meltdown. Yeah, until I got these other horses. She's back to Kimmy. She's back to standing on their backs. But you know.
The fly has been bothering my buddy. Didn't you say you had some bug spray or bug salve to go along with that?
I see. First, you got to introduce it to him
Yep.
because he's curious over everything, you know, and
He's
he's
a
just.
very, very, very sensitive horse. It's a really nice bug balm, and Tail Tamer makes it. And it's an aloe vera, a eucalyptus. It smells really good, and it keeps the bugs off. And this particular camp, as compared to the other camps we were at, have a lot of flies. And so they're biting the horse's legs. So we got everybody down there, and now we're going to do Buddy. And since he's the most sensitive horse, now you were sensitive. Now you have to pretend like you're more sensitive. Okay. There we go.
He says, I can handle that part. Oh,
And we'll just wipe some of this down on his legs and under his underbelly, and it just keeps the flies off, and it's got a lot of nice waxes in it, so it doesn't rinse off.
oh, it is. That smell good.
Doesn't it?
All of a sudden, the wind's got it coming up here. Okay, I can handle that. Where am I going to get that now?
Tail Tamer makes it. They
Okay.
also make those great tub trucks. They make a lot of fun, wonderful products, and they
Okay.
make those sparkly hoof polish that you put on. You can get it through Hillview Farms, or you can go to your local tax store and get it.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just ask for it, and they'll get it for you.
Ask for what?
Bug balm.
Bug? Oh, geez, I can remember that.
Bug balm.
It doesn't fit with the nice aroma.
It's a balm because it's healing.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
noticed that Buddy got some little somethings here on
Little
his leg.
scrapes there. Well, we was going through a few rocks, you know.
Oh, I know it. Here, this is the coffee cream.
Are you gonna have your omelet? Who had the omelet? Annie, are you having
I've
your
never had
omelet?
the omelet.
I'm so hungry.
Where's my breakfast? Oh, I sound like the horses.
This is breakfast, granola with
Annie, you're drinking coffee now? You've converted?
I did one already one day.
Oh,
She went to the dark side.
She went to
I
the
didn't
dark
want
Not after you put all the creamer in and then it's light.
I can't drink.
Cheers, Bill.
Thanks, Carl. Boy, it's warm in here.
Yeah, it's so warm in the tent. Makes it feel colder out here, though.
He likes it better being fed by hand.
Oh yeah, he's very, very spoiled that
I
way.
wonder who spoiled him, Bill.
My wife. Yeah, I would never spoil the horse, but she's always getting him something special like that, you know?
He smells the other sweet stuff on my hand. Buddy. And we went through a lot of brush today, so Buddy got a sponge bath today, and we picked all the cockleburrs and burrs out of his tail.
Okay, so now what's all the sponge bath now? You're starting, I seen you washing and rinsing them down with water.
Yep. Well, when they have a lot of salt on them, we like to wash them down and get the salts off of their body. And at that time when we're washing them, we look for any galls or any swellings or any owies that they may have gotten and treat them. And then if it's real buggy or they're especially salty, we'll give them a vinegar water rinse because that'll soothe the skin and help deter some of the bugs. And then this evening, all we did, because they didn't sweat a lot, they got real muddy today in the river and a lot of crossings. So they had a nice cool play day, but they got real muddy. So we washed them all down, and well, we didn't quite get the bottom of Buddy's legs, did we? But we got the good important part, didn't we?
I like all the storage in this thing.
I know.
Man, oh man, you got, and what is?
Well, she put those in there. Those are her own little bins.
Oh, that's her own design in
Yep.
there.
You could put
But
whatever
I see
you
you
wanted.
got racks in there.
Yep.
You know, where
Yep.
you hang and everything.
And there's a hanger bar up here. And
I
over
see
there.
primarily it was made to hang your saddles and everything. in
Yeah.
your tack room.
Yeah, that's your
but
tack
she
room.
just turned it into kind of a all-around doing everything. you know?
Well, camping supplies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta have it all along.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess tomorrow we're going out by the China Wall.
Sounds
That's
exciting.
gonna be interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, they say it's a different formation. It's got pinks and sepia colors across it of different layers of geology.
That you told me you'd been reading about it. and
Yeah,
stuff,
they have a great book on it, and it tells you all about the trail, each piece of the trail, and how long it is, and difficulty, and all that. And the China Wall is somewhat difficult, and it has great, fantastic scenery.
Oh, I think the view's gotta be beautiful.
It's actually a Badlands Divide that's part of a coulee. The wall is a mix of cream and terracotta towers and turrets. The soft rock here is very vulnerable to erosion, and it may look different every time you visit simply because of that.
Found it. I've got another surprise. And now that I saw that he can handle this, he'll.
You're just full of surprises.
I know.
You look
This
like
is-
Santa Claus
And
through
this is
this whole
something
trip.
Hillview Farms carries, and you only find it there.
So this is for Carl. Nice little surprise. You think he
Okay.
can handle this?
You like that other thing with the double roll? Remember I was telling you about?
On the cinch strap, yeah.
Yeah. This came way before that. Years and light years ahead of it. And we call it it's a quick cinch, but it's called a Barney buckle because the guy Barney came up with it. And my friend manufactures them, and I distribute them. And I'm going to show you how this works, because this stays on your latigo strap, so you can use any size girth you want, or cinch, I should say,
Okay,
cinch you
cool.
want. So to uncinch your horse. And now this will add 2 inches. So, and you're fine because your girth is short enough, and you could take it up a little on the off side if you like.
Okay. And that'll stay right on there then.
So this will go. So this stays on your latigo belt.
I like the idea of staying on because I lose it
Yeah,
every day.
and so you could use whatever cinch size you want.
Right.
When your cinch wears out, so what? This is the key, right?
This is
there.
the expensive part of that cinch.
Yeah. But that's been around 20 years before the other one came in.
Hey, Carl, look ahead. You're going to see one of my favorite places out here called China Wall. You see it up ahead?
Yeah, there it is. But, geez, Don, can we get through there? I mean, it looks really rough, and is there a way around it?
You don't have to go around it. We're going to go right through it, and that's what makes it so special. So many places in these Badlands, you ride up to something, you'd swear you can't make it through, and all of a sudden, there's a trail right through the middle of it. And it's a really unique formation out here. One of my favorite places to ride.
Gosh, it is beautiful. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's just a vertical wall and all the striations, you know, and you can see all the rock layers, and wow, this is gorgeous.
Hey, Carl, look down in the valley floor. Do you see that movement?
Yeah, what is it? Just a minute. Let me get my binoculars and I'll take a look. Wow.
They're a long ways away, but that looks like elk to me.
Yeah, it is. Look, there's some elk, and oh, there's a big bull in the group. Hey, Don, we've been out here riding for 4 days now, and man, I'm just amazed at everywhere we've gone, every leg of this trip. It's easy to follow and stay on the trail.
Again, I have to give credit to those guys who designed this trail. One of their big concerns was not getting people lost out here. You can see how rugged it is, and it's really easy to get off the trail. And once you're off it, it's darn tough to find your way back. So we have line of sight posts out here. Every time you're at one post, you can see another post. And as you can see, even though the trail's getting well traveled, there are parts where cow paths are just as good as the trail is. By seeing the posts, you'll never ever get lost. You just have to keep your eye out on those posts.
Yeah, we've seen across some of those cow paths, and yeah, they are almost just as much used as the horse paths themselves.
Yeah, and the other thing that's nice about the trail, if you have the trail map with you, is that every mile is marked. If you watch the posts, every time you've traveled a mile, there'll be the mile marker posted. What that does is, of course, give you great information as to where you're at. You can coordinate with the map, decide if you've ridden far enough or not far enough, and tells you exactly where you're at. So those mile posts, along with the line of sight posts, make this one of the best marked trails in America.
Yeah, I noticed on that map, too, they have, the prominent feature is named.
Right, if you're looking for China Wall or you're looking for Devil's Pass, you'll know exactly how far you are from that.
Hey, Don, here comes another group of mountain bikers. That's like the second or third group we've seen.
Yeah, they're out here. This is an epic mountain bike trail, so you'll see mountain bikers and hikers. It's open to all non-motorized use.
See you now.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Where are you guys from?
Fargo.
Fargo?
Hey, gang, wait up. Come on, buddy, let's catch up.
Yeah, it's just neat. It stays up.
Those lanterns.
They're clinking to the side.
Oh, right on the side. What I'm surprised, I don't see much lichen yet.
No.
They said they got bighorns, and bighorns live so much on lichen.
Sure. Yeah, they must be different spots.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Boy, it's hard to leave the China Wall behind. So beautiful, so much space, so many rocks to see. Guy could spend the whole week right here. But I guess we got to get back to camp. Tomorrow's another big day.
That does look great.
Well, we started out this morning down at Bennett Camp. And we rode west for a while. Got over here by the China Wall. And we went past the China Wall, rode back and forth a few times. Then traveled back east. And tonight, we're almost there. We're going to wind up at the end of the trail, the CCC camp.
That does look great.
Hey Don, there's mile marker 81. How many more to go?
We've got 17 more to go to hit the end. Can you believe we've gone this far, this fast? Hasn't it been a blast?
Oh man, this has just been awesome. I just love this trail and this trip.
That's just beautiful, isn't it, Kathy?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Attention. Check this, pay attention. A lot of these gullies and washouts here, a person's got to pay attention to.
Not exactly a trail to be riding after dark.
Or walking.
Well, there's some pretty treacherous stuff there. See that one hole, somebody stuck a little log in and stuff.
That does look great.
Get away with smelling it. So hard. Okay. Boy. Did they call it Devil's Pass or Devil's Passage when we went over that? Looks like a natural bridge.
Yeah, they do call it Devil's Pass.
Pass, not passage.
Right,
Okay, yeah.
right. And they had been using that, and they continue to use that passage to drive vehicles across.
Oh no!
I don't know if you saw it
That's right,
yesterday,
yeah.
but when we were riding through, you could see tire tracks on there.
I noticed that on the far end, but I didn't think they went all the way across.
Okay, Carl, now I want to ask you something. I checked the speedometer on my car, or not speedometer, the odometer. And we've gone almost 800 miles, and we're going up and down and all this, all through the Badlands.
Right.
And you've been pulling this with your vehicle here. What do you think of the Brender Up trailer?
I think it's great. I mean, this thing follows so nice. And when we get someplace, these horses, they're not all shook up. It's not all full of dust. It's light. The truck doesn't have to work very hard to pull it. I mean, it's mostly, most of the weight is the horses. The surge brake up here, the trailer pushes forward if you're going downhill, and it automatically puts on brakes. So you don't have to have all this fancy wiring and box up underneath your dash and whatever. And
looks like it's got an emergency brake on
yeah,
too,
and it's
Carl.
got an emergency brake handle. So when you get someplace and you're going to drop this, you set the brake, set the jack. You know, obviously I'm gonna have to unhook everything, and it's not going to roll away from you. It's not going to go anywhere. And they've got a little storage compartment right in front. I mean, there's just no wasted space on this trailer anywhere.
I was really surprised. We got such a little bitty trailer.
Yeah.
And it pulled so easy, and all of a sudden we got a tack room on this trailer.
Right. And they looked at the trailer that Kathy was pulling.
Yeah.
And then they looked at us and they thought we were just storage, but no, this is a horse trailer with lots of storage space.
Now you're going to drop that.
Just drop it.
Oh.
What is this?
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Carl did it.
Oh, yeah.
Carl done it. This, yeah, just like he done it the first time, I'll bet.
Look at the blue sparkly hair.
Oh, buddy. What are they doing to my buddy? You got, oh, gee. Huh?
And here's another one of those
What are they doing to my buddy?
fun products from Tail Tamer.
You never
To
give
sparkle and shine.
You never give a child paint because they get a little carried away.
That's what you done to that paint that time that you was taken to the auction, and you put the handprints on it and everything else. This would be nice to have such sparkly stuff.
Yeah, for parades. Like
Yeah.
Like parades with the hoof paint and stuff and this. I mean, you could really get creative with this stuff. I really love this stuff.
I think you got a little too creative with my horse here.
Hey, Carl, why don't you tell the rest of them how Patty painted up that paint of yours that you had at the auction? You know, the one Kimmy was riding.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was fun.
Yeah. We had that horse we wanted to sell. It was a kid broke horse, but it was just kind of plain. So we got a bunch of paint. The girls got a bunch of paint.
Yeah, she was climbing up on the top of that saddle.
Yeah.
She was, and then that guy kept trying to help her, and I'm like,
yeah,
no.
Yeah. And you guys put all those feathers
like,
and
"Don't
stuff
help, don't
in
help."
it. Yep.
She, oh my gosh, she just worked so hard on getting up that saddle. She was at little bare feet.
Yeah, and then she was
little
climbing
dress,
up like Jack and the Beanstalk.
Little monkey.
Yeah. And that horse had all them handprints
so
all over
proud.
it from that paint, and she was, the horse was all dolled up and had
Yep.
feathers hanging all
Yep.
over it and ribbons.
Then she went around in the round pen.
Yep. And then the arena, she had to go around and around, and every time she went around, she kept.
Yeah, and then she'd like climb up it, and then we had her stand up on top of the saddle.
Yep. She had to stand up on top of it.
She goes, yay!
Yay!
And the whole
Waves
crowd,
at the crowd.
the whole crowd
Yay!
was cheering her on.
It was
and she
hilarious.
was so proud. It was
And the
so
whole
cute.
time, the bid just kept going up and up and up, and the.
Packing them up, huh, Kathy?
Yep, I sure am, and I've got
We're about ready to go.
Yep, I've got Charlie's britching set, and the set britching, you want it to be right about here. Britching helps keep the load stable from side to side, and also when he goes downhill. I've also,
Could I interrupt you for a second? Every time I see this trailer, it looks like it's too loose. The britching just looks like,
Yep.
Shouldn't we tighten this up a little bit?
No, because he's got to be able to move with his back leg when he climbs up. It slides a little more.
Who came up with the bright idea of how to fasten these things? I see
I don't
people
know, but
with a
it's-
40-foot rope wrapping up the, and they're wrapping this up and they're having a,
See, I like these.
You
but-
just, let me see that. Holy cray. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, it's just
Oh,
like,
you can flip
it's
it
a
over.
square bucket.
Yep. So I.
Oh, and then you turn it over and set it.
Yep. So we'll tighten this up. Our packs at the end of the trip, which we are toward the end of the trip now, are going to be much lighter.
Oh
because
yeah,
we're
yeah,
feeding
yeah.
everything
We keep
out.
using everything up. Yeah.
But when we do.
But how much weight are you going to put on this horse to start out with? That's the question.
You don't want to put more than 80 pounds per side, and you balance it. And I've got a little scale that I'll hook these two together. Actually, I hook these two together and lift it up, and I measure one to the other. And you don't want to be a pound different because it's dead weight.
Oh yeah.
This is
and
dead
the poor,
weight.
The poor horse is tipping. Yeah,
Right,
okay.
exactly. Usually it takes two people to lift this up because it's so heavy. Because I can't just lift 80
Okay.
pounds like that. And he hooks them right over.
They rest in these notches.
Yep.
Okay.
And now Annie's going to lift hers. And I put all these extra rings and stuff on here because I like to tie a lot of stuff on and hook it.
I was going to ask you.
Wait a minute,
It
Annie,
just looks like you fit
Okay,
everything
drop.
over. And then
Yep, and Annie will snap her packs and I'll snap my packs.
And you got snaps right on the packs
Yep.
you're putting on?
Well, what's in these packs?
The horse blankets we've got, so it's an even load. Your camera batteries.
I was just going to say the important stuff that you
important
want to get
stuff.
fast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Anything
little
that you
bit of,
need as you're going right down the trail and you don't want to stop and
Absolutely.
unpack the whole horse.
Yep.
Because when I need batteries, I see you guys just unzip them, boom, here you are.
Straps are great.
And you're done, right?
And you're done. We're good to go.
We're ready to run.
What'd that take? 3 minutes, if that?
And we pack the horse.
If you do it right, it doesn't. The more you monkey around, the less time you're riding.
Yeah, and I don't want to spend all day tying up the horse there and tying up the pack. And if you could set it on like that, the way we don't.
That's a neat system you got there.
Well, thank you.
Is this something you come up with too?
Well, what I do
I
is.
mean, is the saddle yours?
Yeah, this whole yes. We put our panels on this raw-eyed tree here, and so that way it can fit whatever animal I decide to put it on. And then we put all these extra D's and clips on here. We developed this. This is totally our design. The breast collar.
And
Because
you've
I
done
look
it all by
trial and error, looking at
trial and
other
error,
people's
making
stuff.
sure whatever works and what
Yeah,
doesn't.
because I can look at something and go,
And
oh,
you're
look-
going to make it a lot better. This was a good idea. We'll go for a little ride while the others are getting ready. See quite a few deer tracks coming up here. There's a couple more in the fresh mud. They look kind of big. Could be an elk. Nice and shady here along the rocks. Later on today, we'll wish we had some more of this. Boy, oh boy. Wonder how it looks from the top, Kathy.
We'll wind around and see if we can get up on top there.
okay.
Come on, step across. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. I don't know if we can get down onto it. Yeah. Take a look right there. Go to your left. Your left.
Easy. Come down the draw. Hey, Charles. Come on, Charles. There. Jump right there, Phil.
Whoa, wait a minute. Don't get excited here. Where are we going? Should wait for me. Gonna go out by the edge. Take a look over here. Look at how far down that is, buddy. I think we're to the end of the trail. I think we gotta go back, Kathy. We're to the end of the trail.
Up. Up. Up.
That's okay. Let's just lead them up.
Go stand. Go stand. Go stand.
That's the way. No use arguing with them. Probably smarter than we are anyway. Better get back and join the others. Well, that was probably not the smartest thing we've ever done, but sure was a pretty view, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But the safe thing, you know, a person gets off, leads the horse.
Oh yeah, because I'm not going to take a chance of a horse freaking out.
Oh no, we don't need horses slipping around.
That's right. There's always
Get the horse hurt, we'll get hurt.
That's
Someone's
right.
gonna get hurt, you know.
There's always a good time to get off.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy. Looks like there ain't no place to go, but we'll find a way. Let's go in a little bit farther.
Good boy. Yeah. Boy, nice.
This is a nice little box canyon. I don't think we can come out the other end, but let's go up here and see what's going on. Look at all the deer tracks. There they are, Kathy. Muleys, just ahead of us. Going up the draw. Look, they got a buck with them. Now that made it worth coming in here. Carl, quit explaining that trailer and let's get going.
Surge brake up here. The trailer pushes forward if you're going downhill, and it automatically puts on brakes. So you don't have to have all this fancy wiring and box up underneath your dash and whatever. And
looks like it's got an emergency brake on
yeah,
too,
and it's
Carl.
got an emergency brake handle. So when you get someplace and you're going to drop this, you set the brake, set the jack. You know, obviously I'm gonna have to unhook everything, and it's not going to roll away from you.
How you should be poning a horse, how they do it in the high country, is you'll take it a bit to their tail hair.
I see what you mean. Then you tie it with a real thin string so that it breaks rather than, like if one horse goes over the edge, it won't take the rest along with it.
And so this way it'll just rip Charlie's hair out of his tail.
Well, let's see if Buddy will follow along.
Well, so far he's keeping it stretched.
Attention.
Well, you know, I still have some gaps and some areas that I need to learn, but I think after a couple of years of hanging out with you and a few more of these trips, then I'll be ready.
The thing about these public lands is I'm a big believer, as a lot of people are, that they need to be shared. I appreciate the oil industry out here. Without them, I'm telling you, we wouldn't have access to a lot of these areas. They're the ones that are putting in the roads. And once the drilling and the valuable oil and gas are taken out, they reclaim this area so you never knew they were in here. Also, the farmers and ranchers need this land, and they raise a lot of our product that we need as Americans to eat out of these lands. And
Just imagine how far this guy had to hike to get way out here to meet us along this trail.
I'll bet you and Carl didn't realize how many miles you were going to be hiking to get this all on film.
Yeah, and I thought we were going to do it all by horseback.
The hunters, of course, you can see would enjoy this area and do enjoy this area. And then us horse riders and the other people that are just out here for other recreational uses. And I really believe there are lands that everybody should be out here sharing and enjoying these lands.
Hey, Don, it seems like we've been climbing quite a ways already.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet, Carl. This is the steepest climb we've seen yet. That's why I like riding the trail from south to north. It gets more and more rugged the further you go north, and we're going to get up here ways. We've climbed a long ways, but you're in for the steepest climb yet, just a little ways ahead.
Well, now that we're getting close to the end of the trail, I'm looking for someplace really comfortable to sleep tonight. I've had about enough of this tent thing for a while.
What you're going to want to do is head north up to Watford City. It's our northern anchor city for the trail.
They got a place for me to swim up there?
Absolutely. They have a water park, nice motels, good places to eat, excellent restaurants, and of course anything else you need from filling propane tank to filling up your vehicle.
Look at this.
You'll find it all at Watford City.
Oh, is that like so way cool? Or maybe it's not. I don't know what it is.
Looks like it to me.
Yeah, that's your 5 log.
Honey, put it in the car. Look.
I just throw it in my saddlebag.
Yeah.
Hey Don, according to the map, there should be a water tank up ahead.
Yes, there probably is. The map marks all the water sources, but you can't rely on them. Depending on the time of year and if cattle are in or out, there may or may not be water in the dugout, streams, and tanks. You have to be aware of that. I sure hope there is in this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of water here. Nice and clear. Come on, Reba. Get up here. Get some water. Come on, Reba. Let's go. It's too hot out here. Come on. Oh! Gosh, I hate that. Come on, good girl. Come on, girl. There you go. Good job. Oh, and she walks away. Screwball.
Carl, what's that by the bottom of that pyramid hill?
Those are antelope, Bill.
How many's there?
I can see 3 or 4 of them. I think there's a buck in the group too. These high plains are like a whole nother world. There's a lot of animals up here. This time of year, there must be a buck close by with that doe here. Oh, yeah, there he is. I see him.
Better let him go, Carl. Let's get going. Got to get back. It's going to get dark on us. Here we are at the end of the trail. Started out at the 0 mile marker, and we're at the 98 mile marker. Beautiful ride all the way. Scenic? Well, you've seen it. I'll bring you another adventure next week. Come on. Join me then as we vacation by horseback. Better yet, call me and arrange to ride with me next time I ride the Matahay Trail. I'd like to thank my wife Rose for all her technical support. A very special thanks to my new friend Don Mayer, president of the Montahay Trail Association, and his wife Sue, that led us through these badlands, helping move our trucks and trailers and our whole campsite from one camp to another, getting us to all the exciting places in such a short time, and showing us just how friendly this trail and the people really are. Well, gang, it's been a real hoot. I really believe that I put together a real dream team this time. Carl, my best friend and backup photographer, just couldn't do it without you, my friend. And I always appreciate all the knowledge you have about horses. Thanks, Patty, for all your help along the way and for adding your humor. Annie, the way that you helped Kathy keep everything running smooth and your knowledge about the trail. Thanks. Well, Kathy, I knew you'd add knowledge and organization, but you managed not only the necessities, but the niceties, and your leadership along the trail. I just can't say enough. Thanks, my friend.